You felt it, not in your mind, in your body. The air shifted and your skin prickled. The quiet around you deepened, though nothing in the room had changed. And your soul whispered, something is near. That chill was not an accident. It was not fear. It was recognition. The presence of one you loved, one who walked with you once in flesh and now in light. They are closer than breath. They are closer than thought. And they are reaching now. Listen. A loved one who passed away is trying to warn you. Michael says open this immediately before the door shuts, before the chance slips, before the pattern repeats. Do you feel your heartbeat quicken? That is not just blood moving through your veins. It is the signal. It is the knock. It is the moment of opening. You press your hand to your chest. You notice it, faster, louder, undeniable. It's almost as if it's not just your heartbeat you are hearing. Every thump is a drum. Every drum is a call. Every call is a voice from beyond. They are saying, wake up. They are saying, do not drift again. They are saying, there is still time but less than you think. You have 48 hours. Not to fear. Not to collapse. But to rise. 48 hours to notice. 48 hours to act. 48 hours to shift the story. Can you feel it? That urgency is not punishment. It is mercy. A hand stretched toward you. A voice calling you back to the path. Close your eyes for a moment. Breathe. Do you hear it? Not outside but within the silence. A whisper. Low, steady, protective. Michael is near. The archangel who guards. The messenger who does not delay. Do not be afraid, he says. You are watched. You are known. You are shielded. But also, you must open. You must listen. You must prepare. Because protection is not passive. It is a doorway that requires your step. A shield that requires your yes. And the whisper keeps repeating. The veil is thinner than you think. The veil is thinner than you think. You thought death was distance. You thought goodbye meant silence. But the veil is not a wall. It is a curtain trembling with breath. When you wept, they stood beside you. When you laughed, they smiled unseen. When you almost gave up, they lifted you in ways you could not explain. And now, they push through the veil because the hour is critical. There is something you must see. There is something you must hear. There is something you must change before it is too late. Not the end of all things. Not doom. But a shift in your path. A crossroad where silence will cost you, but listening will save you. And again the phrase returns. The veil is thinner than you think. Watch the numbers. This is how they will reach you first. 11:11 on the clock. 3:33 glowing on your phone. 7:07 appearing on a receipt. You will see it once and dismiss it. You will see it twice and wonder. The third time your heart will remember this voice. When you notice the repeating number, pause. Do not rush. Whisper thank you. Place your hand over your heart. That is the signal. That is the confirmation. That is them saying, yes, it is us. Yes, you are not alone. Yes, the message is real. And in that moment you will know. The shiver, the heartbeat, the whisper, the veil, the number, all threads of the same tapestry, all calling you forward. You doubted it, didn't you? You thought the silence was empty. You thought the bed beside you was cold, the chair in the corner forever vacant. But listen closely. You are not alone. Not in this room. Not in this life. Not in this battle. The one you miss, the one whose voice you can still remember if you close your eyes, they are nearer than you believe. They speak in the language of memory. They move in the pulse of your breath. They wait in the stillness for you to notice. And Michael's wings are not made of feathers alone. They are woven of light. They are woven of strength. They are woven of presence. Do you feel that warmth pressing on your shoulder now? That is not nothing. That is not emptiness. That is them. And they are saying, stay awake. Stay with me. Don't close the door this time. Do you know why they reach for you now? Because you have been here before. The same doubts. The same hesitation. The same pain repeating itself like an old song stuck on replay. How many times have you said, not again, not this way? And yet the cycle returned. This is the warning. If you do not listen, the pattern will repeat again. And it will weigh heavier than before. Not because you are cursed. Not because you are forgotten. but because every unlearned lesson grows louder. Michael says, do not walk in circles. Step out of the loop. Step out of the snare. And your loved one adds, I know where this path leads. I walked it myself. I will not let you stumble into the same shadow. That is why the urgency is so sharp now. Not to punish, but to prevent. Every path bends at a point. Every story waits for a choice. This is yours. The message is not to terrify you. The message is to place the power back into your hands. One decision can rewrite the script. One choice can turn a storm into a sunrise. One yes, one no, one moment of courage. And everything after will look different. Do you feel the pressure in your chest? That is the crossroad. Do you hear the inner voice rising louder? That is the invitation. Do not tell yourself it doesn't matter. It matters. It matters more than you know. You are standing at the edge of two futures. The shadowed one. The bright one. Which will you claim? The next sign will not come as numbers. It will come as music. A song will play when you least expect it. In a store. On the radio. From someone's phone passing by. And the words will hit you like an arrow. The melody will stir something too deep to ignore. You will feel it, not just in your ears but in your ribs, in your bones. That is not random. That is not coincidence. That is the voice of the one who loves you still. The one who has been trying to reach you. When it happens, don't brush it away. Pause. Close your eyes for a moment. Whisper, I hear you. Because when you answer, they will send more. The songs. The numbers. The whispers. The dreams. This is how the unseen becomes undeniable. You thought you would never feel their touch again. You thought the warmth had died with them. But watch what happens. As you listen, as you open, as you stop doubting, the warmth returns. Sometimes it will come as a sudden heat across your chest. Sometimes it will come as a soft tingling in your hands. Sometimes it will come as an embrace you cannot explain. That warmth is the seal of truth. That warmth is the promise you are not forgotten. That warmth is the sign. The door is open, the moment is here. Do you feel it even now? A soft fire, not burning, only holding. That is them. That is love crossing the veil. And they are saying, you are not alone. The pattern can end. The choice is yours. And I will be with you in every step that follows. Why now, you ask? Why not last year when the nights were darker? Why not last month when the questions burned stronger? Because now is when the door is open. Because now is when the message can reach you. Because now is when you are finally ready to receive. Timing is not random. It is stitched by unseen hands, woven by the wisdom of what you cannot see. There are moments when the veil thins. Moments when heaven bends low. Moments when your heart, though wounded, is soft enough to hear. This is one of those moments. That's why the whisper comes now. That's why Michael leans close. That's why the one you love presses through the curtain of silence. The truth is urgent, but the truth is merciful. And still you ask, why me? Because you carry the thread. Because you are the one who can shift the pattern. Because in your story lies the seed of renewal. It is not about worthiness. It is not about being chosen above others. It is about resonance. It is about the bloodline, the bond line, the lifeline. The one who loves you chose you long before they left. They marked you with trust, with memory, with promise. Michael confirms it. You are not random. You are not an accident. You are the bridge. Do you feel the weight of that? It is not a burden. It is an honor. And it is the reason the voice comes to you. Look around you. This place, this very moment, matters. You thought you were lost in the wrong city, the wrong job, the wrong room, the wrong chapter of life. But no, you are standing exactly where the message can reach you. The chair you sit in, the air you breathe, the floor beneath your feet, they are witness to the crossing over of voices. You're not there. Now, not later. This ground, this moment, this heartbeat, this is the altar of your awakening. Do not despise it. Do not doubt it. The hidden truth begins here. Silence stretches. The whisper slows. Michael waits. Your loved one holds their breath. Because what comes next cannot be rushed. You must be still for it. You must breathe for it. You must let the pause open wide inside you. Do you feel it? That gap between heartbeats. That trembling edge between knowing and unknowing? That is holy space. That is where truth presses through. That is the chamber where secrets are spoken. Stay in it. Don't run. Don't fill the silence. For in one more breath, everything tilts. Here it is, the hidden truth. It was never destruction they warned you of. It was never doom written across your name. The warning was of delay. The danger was in standing still. The risk was in waiting too long to choose. A door has opened before you, a door that leads to reversal, to breakthrough, to the miracle you have prayed for in whispers. But doors do not stay open forever. They wait only so long. They close when hesitation lingers. That is why the voice grew urgent. That is why the signs began appearing. That is why the warmth pressed against your chest. The door is open. This is the hour. Step through and the story bends. And again the phrase returns, echoing like thunder and comfort at once. The veil is thinner than you think. The veil is thinner than you think. You know this road. You've walked its edge before. It is dim though not fully dark. The air is heavy like rain that never falls. The ground feels soft but not in comfort. Soft like mud that pulls you downward with every step. Here the voices are silent. Here the warmth fades. Here the patterns repeat themselves again and again. It looks safe at first, familiar, quiet, predictable. But look closer, the sameness is a cage. The silence is not peace, it is emptiness. The stillness is not rest, it is stagnation. This is the path of ignoring the signs. This is the path of saying, I'll deal with it later. This is the path where the door closes unnoticed. Do you feel the weight in your chest as I speak of it? That heaviness is the truth of what waits there. It is not punishment. It is the natural drift of choosing nothing. There is another danger on the dim path, the silence that feels endless. At first you think, maybe I needed this quiet. But soon it presses too deep. It becomes lonely, not healing. It becomes heavy, not light. The messages stop coming because you stopped answering. The signs fade because you stopped looking. The warmth cools because you closed your chest. And the silence grows louder than any scream. This is what your loved one is desperate to save you from. This is why Michael bends low, wings spread wide. Because silence too long becomes stone. And stone too long becomes prison. But listen, even in this silence, the whisper can break through. Even in the dim, a spark can ignite. It only takes one yes, one breath, one opening. Now, lift your head. See the other path. It glows not with blinding light, but with the steady shine of dawn. The air feels clean, like rain that has finally fallen, like ground washed new. On this path you breathe deeper. On this path your steps grow lighter. On this path the songs and numbers return stronger, clearer, brighter. You feel guidance here. You feel warmth at your back, like hands steadying you as you walk. And though this path asks for courage, though it calls for choices that stretch you, in your bones, this is the way of life. This is the way of release. This is the way of breakthrough. The bright rising waits for your yes. Two elements mark the crossroad: fire and water. The fire burns what no longer serves you. It asks you to release, to let go, to surrender the weight you've carried too long. It is fierce, but it is not cruel. It refines. It clears. It prepares. The water cleanses what the fire revealed. It washes your wounds. It cools your spirit. It quenches your thirst where you thought you would wither. Together, fire and water shape the path forward. One purifies. One heals. Both necessary. Do not fear the fire. Do not resist the water. They are gifts, not punishments. They are guardians of the threshold. Pass through them, and you will not be the same. Pass through them, and the door will not close in vain. The third sign will come in sleep, not a random dream, not a fading blur, but a dream so sharp, so vivid, you will wake with tears on your face or fire in your chest. They will visit you, perhaps not in their full form, but in a symbol, a place you shared, a phrase they once spoke, a gesture only you would recognize. When it happens, don't dismiss it. Write it down before the sun rises. Whisper thank you as your eyes open. For this dream is not imagination. It is not your mind alone. It is their spirit pressing through the veil one more time. It is Michael allowing the message to seal itself in you. And when you wake, you will know. You have been warned. You have been guided. You have been loved across worlds. This is the crossroad. This is the hour. Choose the bright rising. Choose the open door. Choose life. Light. Always light. It does not have to be grand. It does not have to be perfect. One small flame is enough. A candle flickering on the table. A soft glow in the corner of your room. And if no candle is near, then let your hand be the flame. Place it gently against your heart. Close your eyes. Breathe. This is the first act. Simple, small, but powerful. Because flame calls presence. Because touch awakens awareness. Because the body remembers what the soul sometimes forgets. Do this and you will feel the connection. Do this and you will signal, I am open. I am listening. I am ready. Now take a pen, or a scrap of paper, or the corner of a journal waiting for your words. Write down the sign that finds you, the number, the song, the dream. Do not let it vanish into memory's haze. Anchor it with ink. Mark it with intention. For when you write it, you confirm it. When you confirm it, you strengthen the thread. And later, when doubt creeps in, you will look back and see the trail of proof. The whispers were real. The signs were real. The love was real. Paper does not forget what the heart may try to dismiss. There is power in the name. Say it, softly if you wish, aloud if you can. Whisper their name into the air like prayer, like song, like calling across the veil. It is not about summoning. It is about acknowledging. It is about letting love echo beyond silence. When you speak their name, you will feel it, the shift in the room, the warmth that answers, the unseen presence leaning closer. Michael listens. Your loved one listens. The name bridges the spaces between. Do not be afraid of it. Let it rise from your lips like offering. It is holy. Now comes the step that matters most. Action. Not tomorrow. Not someday. No. What is the thing you've been avoiding? The call you know you should make. The choice you know you should take. The release you know you should allow. It doesn't have to be huge, but it has to be real. Do it within the next 24 hours. Do not delay. Do not let fear talk you back into silence. For every message, every sign, every whisper, they are all leading here. To movement, to courage, to life breaking free of cycles. One bold step. That is all the door asks of you. And after the flame, after the ink, after the name, after the action, pause. Sit in the quiet. Feel your feet on the floor. Feel your chest rise and fall. Feel your body alive in this moment. This is grounding. This is sealing the work. This is saying, I am here. I am steady. I am ready to move forward. Do not rush it. Do not skip it. This hour of grounding matters. For it plants the seed deep in you. So the storm cannot uproot it. So the silence cannot steal it. So the fear cannot drown it. Ground yourself. And know, the message has been received. The signs have been honored. The path is clear. You wondered. In your darkest hours, you whispered the question no one else heard. Have I been abandoned? But listen, you were never forsaken. Not for a second. Not in the silence. Not in the ache. The unseen stood beside you. Even when you thought the room was empty. The hand hovered near yours. Even when you thought no one would ever reach again. You are not forsaken. You are carried. You are guarded. You are loved. Michael's voice is steady. Even when you did not see, we were near. Even when you doubted, we did not leave. You have never walked alone. This is the promise that clears away fear. You are not forsaken. You are not forgotten. The signs, the whispers, the warmth, all of them pointed here. Not to a wall. Not to an ending. But to a gate. It was hidden in plain sight. You passed by it before, never noticing. But now the veil trembles, and the outline shines. The gate is narrow, but it leads to wide fields. The gate is humble, but it opens to glory. And here is the secret. The gate is not outside of you. The gate is within you. Step into trust. Step into courage. Step into surrender. And the hidden gate swings wide. Michael holds it open. Your loved one beckons you through. The promise awaits on the other side. Think of the nights you cried, the tears that fell silently into the dark. Think of the ache that sat heavy in your chest, the grief that clung like a shadow. Now imagine this, that grief turning into laughter, not mocking laughter, not hollow laughter, but true joy bubbling from a place deeper than sorrow. This is the reversal promised, not the erasure of what was lost, but the transfiguration of it. The tears you thought wasted are seeds, and seeds, when watered by time and love, grow into fields of joy. Your loved one smiles as they show you this. Michael nods with certainty. It is not wishful thinking. It is the pattern of heaven. Tears to laughter, loss to renewal, death to life. Once silence haunted you, the absence of their voice, the hollow echo of no reply. But the silence is ending. Song is rising. Not always in the way you expect. Sometimes in melodies that find you on the street. Sometimes in the laughter of a child nearby. Sometimes in the hum of your own voice, singing words you didn't realize you still remembered. Song will fill the space where silence once sat. Light will fill the corners where shadow once clung. Joy will flood the cracks where sorrow once leaked. This is the promise. What was mute will sing again. What was empty will resound. What was silent will dance with melody. You worried it was too late, that the door had already closed, that you had missed your chance forever. But hear me, it is late, yes. The hour is pressing. The signs came because the time is short. But it is not too late. The gate is still open. The flame still burns. The whispers still call. Late means urgent. Late means decisive. Late means act now. But not too late. Not beyond hope. Not beyond redemption. This is the promise. If you choose today, life bends. If you act now, the door stays open. If you whisper yes, the path brightens. It is late, but it is not too late. Look to your side, not with your eyes but with your spirit. Do you feel it? The air thickening with presence, the warmth at your shoulder, the quiet that isn't empty but full. They are standing beside you, the one you miss, the one you love, closer than breath, closer than memory, closer than you dared hope. And Michael too, towering, steady, radiant, a shield of light wrapping around you. You are surrounded. You are accompanied. You are safe. There is a cloak settling over you now, soft but weighty, gentle but undeniable. It is a mantle of light, protection for your journey, covering for your heart, guidance for your steps. This mantle is not borrowed. It is given. It belongs to you now. Wear it when you doubt. Wrap it tighter when you fear. Remember it when you walk into unknown places. Michael placed it on your shoulders. Your loved one tied it close with love. It will not slip. It will not fade. Now listen, not to me, to them. Their voice, the one you thought you'd never hear again. It echoes now just for you. They are saying, I never left. I am proud of you. I believe in you. And I will walk with you until your own door opens. And we meet again without veil, without distance, without end. Do you feel the tears pressing? Do you feel the warmth rising? That is their love, pure, undiminished, eternal. And now the last promise. You are seen. You are known. You are loved. No mistake can erase this truth. No delay can undo this bond. No darkness can drown this light. The warning was not to frighten you. It was to save you, to bring you here, to this moment, to this blessing. The door is open. The path is bright. The presence is near. Carry this assurance into every step. It will not leave you. It cannot leave you. And now the blessing settles. The voice grows soft. The moment closes gently, like a book placed upon the table. But the truth remains. And you are asked to carry one line with you. One mantra to repeat when you doubt, when you fear, when you forget.